If you are here, then you are ready to be empowered and propelled. Just like going to a seminar or listening to a religious speaker, your job is to glean from the content and use your own intuition to guide you to your pile and your messages. If it doesn't align with the signs and guidance you've already been receiving from Spirit, it's not your message. It's not your pile. Your recommendations and participation will help me make this channel your place to retreat and revive. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, and clicking the notification bell. Thank you for tuning in today to the Catalyst of the Sun, and I hope you find things to be grateful for and make it a great day. Hey y'all, it's me, back with a timeless 18 plus pick a card reading. For those of you who are new to my channel, I want to say welcome. And for those who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Today we'll be finding out what's coming next with your person. And you will see for pile 1, we have the hand and the intimate message saying, start with an intimate massage that leads into lovemaking and eruptions. Pile 2, we have the cassette tape, I guess you could call it. And it says, I want to show you that I've learned what you like. Okay, they've recorded that. All right. So you can, pause the video, use your intuition to pick your pile. Usually your first response is the correct one, okay? So I'm going to be using tarot, oracle, and message cards, and then finding out your angel number and using charms to help you confirm and emphasize what part you should take to heart. So pile 1, people, let's start with your oracle messages. So let's keep this for later, and we'll set this up here and start with, it's safe to be you. So you may have felt that you weren't good enough, or that if you show the real you, that you won't be loved the way you want to be loved. And your advice is to communicate clearly so that you can just be you, and it will be plenty good enough. If you choose to have faith and trust, you will have the miracle that you want very soon. Now, the very soon is based on you clearly deciding what you want so that it can come to you. And it looks like you may have second-guessed, whether or not you could have what you want, whether or not you were good enough, whether or not you can communicate clearly. Sometimes it's hard to communicate when you really feel something deep. And this is about love, so usually that means you do, right? One of the important parts is that you have been being nurtured by Mother Gaia, and they want you to take the time to really feel that energy. They are protecting you. Looks like in the corner here you have a person that's hooded and in the dark clothes and with their head down. So you may have some people around you that are not, having your best interest at heart. So keep that in mind. Another thing that you may note is that you have a B, an M, an R, an F, and then the number 18. So those might be something that Spirit is already guiding you with. So keep that in mind. You're being guided to use your action energy, which is your yang energy. Follow your passion. Get motivated. it's an action-oriented card. It's nothing to sit down and, keep wondering about. It's time to make a decision and move forward. Take action and you'll be surprised at the miracle that appears. You'll be surprised at the nurturing that you will receive. And you choose this route. It's going to give you a joyful celebration that brings you abundance. The card is called Sun Dancers and the number on it is 32. You'll see that right here. Now, the dragon lair is right over you being nurtured. So part of the reason you're being nurtured is because you're going into new territory and you will be changed dramatically. You are cautioned to tread carefully. Part of it, I believe, is, see these little dragons flying around there? Anything flying like that is usually considered a thought. So you may be having trouble with your thoughts, kind of overtaking you, taking you down a rough path that makes you feel like you are stuck and can't get out. But if you connect to Mother Earth, they will nurture you and help you move forward. Where they're moving you toward is into wish fulfillment, where you have happiness and things are flowering and you're receiving gifts, and this is all about that love that you want so much. You are cared about. You should know that already, but if you don't, you are. Your wishes will be granted if you choose, but if you keep sitting there with your thoughts and don't move forward into action, you can't have all that you desire. The next card is Gaia. We were just talking about Mother Earth. So maybe some grounding would be good. Going out into the, maybe a park and, going barefoot on the nice grass there. That can help you. And, this is something that is here waiting for you. You're infinitely connected to Mother Earth. You're infinitely connected to you and, you, yourself, but also to, the collective. So you have help. If you ask for it, you have help on a daily basis. And when you connect to Mother Earth, that's another way to connect to that collective. The number on here is 28, so that may be important to you. 8 is the number of abundance, and the next card here is abundance. 2 for me is about partnerships, and that may be about the love that brings you that abundance. It says here that if you prepare yourself, the abundance is coming. But you've got to release any mental blocks. Release any mental blocks you may have, right? So in order to get that abundance, you've got to let go of those thoughts that are holding you back and keeping you from action. The next card is Cosmic Heart. That's about the love of, the universe, the love of God Source, the love of Mother Earth, all collaborating to give you abundance. There's the number 8 again. So love is where your abundance is going to come from. If you don't choose that, they can't get you there, right? You've got another card. It's called Jade. It's a crystal. And one of the things it's known for is bringing in abundance and repelling negativity. So if you open your heart to love, it also helps reduce pain. And it balances the mind, body, and soul. So Mother Earth helps you also to balance your mind, body, and soul when you are grounding yourself. And the abundance that you want is being blocked by the negativity. So you may want to pick a jade crystal up and wear it somewhere close to your heart to help you open your heart to love. And as you embrace love, it will reduce the pain that you're feeling in all ways. Jade is a beautiful stone. And the number on this card is 27. So that may be important to you as well. You're being illuminated right now. This is the tree of illumination. It's a number 7, which is a very spiritual number. It brings you truth. It brings you revelation. It brings you understanding. You may be finding that you get a lot of that information at nighttime when your third eye is more open to hearing the truth and you're not as blocked by your thoughts to, you know, keep it from being registered in your mind. So that's really important for you to understand. And you are clairvoyant. You may not realize that, but you're being helped to have your spiritual sight to awaken fully. They want you to see the heavenly love, and the next card you have is love. Isn't that amazing? All this love, 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 all being handed to you with that hand being open. But when you have your closed hand, can't nothing get in, right? I know that's terrible English, but really don't care. I want to make the point that your hand has to be open. Your heart has to be opened. You've got to open your mind. You've got to move forward, right? That's the only way that you will have the love and abundance come to you. The next card is discovering happiness. And on the other side, it says, I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. So if you just let go and go with the flow, you'll find that you are enough. You can be yourself. You don't have to try to change. You're loved just the way you are by the universe and by your divine counterpart. You're already there. They want to bring in new beginnings for you. And notice it's the number 2. So again, we've got that partnership trying to come into you. What are you doing to block it? Let's clear that mind. Looks like there's a nest up here with 2 little eggs. And there's a butterfly right here. So you might be in the middle of transformation. Keep that in mind. The next card is lapis lazuli. And this is about being supported every step of the way and being ready for that big blessing that's going to change everything. It's going to change you. It's going to change things for you. Lapis lazuli is an amazing crystal. You've got the honor the masculine. That you just had the yang energy a second ago. Now you've got the honor the divine masculine again. So respect yourself as a man. Embrace that masculine divine in you. And this is number 10, which is the end of an old cycle. And then when you reduce that, it becomes 1, which is a new beginning. And we just talked about having that new beginning that is trying to come forward to you. The universe is asking you to love who you are. You are already divine. Delight that you are deserving of the wonderful things that life has to offer. You're enough just like you are this moment in time, without changing a thing, without doing it any differently, you know, as far as being who you are, right? The only thing that's really blocking you is your heart chakra being closed up and your thoughts being negative. So those things can clear up very quickly if you do the grounding and you do some breathing and you allow yourself when you go to sleep at night to say, you know, please, even as I sleep, gird up my mind, help me be protected as I sleep, to remember the things that you're trying to tell me when I wake up that I could use in the 3D realm. And that will be enough to get you moving forward. They're asking you to focus on love. Goodness, I haven't ever had, I don't think, a card that is so focused on love, right? Look for the good in everyone. So you've got, remember the dragon lair? Well, guess what? Guess where you're going to find your person waiting for you, to nurture you, to love you. They're right there where you're afraid to go. Just jump. Make it happen. Right now, nothing is set in stone. It's a mutable moon. What that means is that, let's see, the next full moon in the next full moon in Virgo, because that's what it says right here. It has Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Gemini. Those are the mutable signs. And the next one that's coming up is with Virgo. And that is February 27th, 2021. And for those who are watching, this is a later date. Just Google search, when's the next full moon in one of those 4 signs. Okay, so February 27th, expect things to, you know, get moving forward, for things to flow better, for things to basically make you move, right? Try not to wait that long if you can. All right. And then we have, you are good enough. How many ways can the universe say you're good enough right now? You don't have to wait to change to get what you want. You don't have to wait to change to get the love you want or the abundance you want. You're good enough right now, this moment. Trust that. That's a full moon in Virgo. All right. The next one is the Sword and the Rose. And it's talking about truth and revelation again. That is something that they want you to know. If you want the truth, if you want the revelation, if you want the clarity, they are giving it to you, waiting to do that. They're protecting you, okay? You have everything you need just like you are. The next one that we're going to do is some messages from your person. And we're going to start with, my passion and love for you is increasing daily. So that's what they're telling you. They want you to know that on a day-to-day basis, they think about you all the time, and it just makes them love you more. They say, you inspire me to connect to the supernatural realm. So you may be finding that at night when you go into dreamland, they're connecting with you in the 5D. This one says, I know you are the one, and that scares me. So they may be a little scared too. You could help calm them by simply making that move, right? Move forward to love. They say, I remember everything about you. And usually that is an indicator of past lives that you've had together. Maybe where you were in a very intimate setting, maybe where you had kids. So keep that in mind. Your strong connection to spirit scares me, but it makes me want it too. And you just had this card right here about connecting to the supernatural realm. So that's a very strong message for you today. So that connection to spirit also connects you to them. They want you to know this in love thing is absolutely mutual. Please don't doubt that. You don't have to second guess it. You don't have to second guess yourself. You don't have to second guess that you're enough. They are in love with you. They really would like to take you away somewhere where no one can interrupt them, you guys. And they say our union in love is being guided and protected by spirit. We just had that card, didn't we? In the nurturing card. They want you to know that they're heartbroken, that they've caused you to pull back your energy from them. So you may have had to do that, put up some boundaries. Maybe it wasn't being a mutual give and take, or maybe there was some harshness or conflict that was going on where you had to just set yourself apart. You know, that could be. And remember, when you're doing, when you're picking these readings, the energies can be reversed. You may be resonating more with the other side. So remember, there's male and female energies in both, you know, both of them inside of us. Okay? They want you to know that they want to thank you for being you. They say, I want a life shared intimately with you. So they see a future with you that is very intimate instead of being so separate. And then they say, I want to give you an intimate bedroom surprise. Intimate, yay. Right? So they've got some plans that they'd like to put into action. It says, I want to wake up to you every day. So that sounds like some pretty permanent plans there, huh? And they want you to know that they realize that you guys have really insane chemistry that is equally shared, and reactive and explosive. They're a little worried. They say, please don't reject me. I don't think I could get over that one, right? So make sure that you're ready to take that leap, because they don't want to get hurt again. It says, it hurts that you've put up boundaries between us. So that's the second card that's come out with regard to those boundaries being blocking what they want. They say, I want to be happy again. So they're really, missing you. You are the connection to their happiness. This one says, I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. You're my lost paradise. So, they probably dreamt about having a relationship like this, and you are it. They're recognizing that they messed up in the past. They want you to know that they want to apologize to you. So expect that to come soon, because remember, we had the very soon card. This next card says, I want to watch you laugh and dance and play in the perfectly fitted high heels I bought to surprise you. Now remember, you can convert that energy, and doesn't have to be high heels. It could be something else. If it's reversed male-female, or you've got male-male or female-female. Just because I love, so they want to do that just because they love to please you. No special occasion is needed. So they just want to do it out the blue, just to make you happy. They like to watch you, laugh and dance and play. The next one is, your body was made perfectly divine, just what I like. So you don't have to be feeling like, you're not enough, because they love every inch of you, just the way it is, this moment in time. And here's your, the one we started with at the beginning of the pick a pile. Start with an intimate massage that leads to love-making and eruptions. So they want to be the cause of your pleasure there, right? They want to make sure it's messy and warm. They want to explore. They want to thrust deep. They want to grind you. Now keep in mind, you can again reverse those energies to what resonates with you. I want to rest inside of you afterward, and then bring you a warm towel to gently wipe you down. That sounds like some real nice stuff there that you can get ready for. The next one says, still wet from our shower together, making love, position 69, reciprocation, right? All right, now we've got the sexual tarot, starting with the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords brings clarity, no more wondering, no more second guessing. It'll open up your mind to hear the truth, have revelation, speak the truth. One of your cards was about communication. So that's a very critical piece, whether it's just basic communication that's consistent, or it could be, during the sexual side of things where you're having to make, you want to make sure that the person knows, your person knows what you like, and vice versa, right? The next one is 10 of Clits, which is very, well, that position is kind of fun. Makes rainbows, right? But the 10 of Clits is the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Is it? Wait a minute. No, that is the 10 of Cups. So that's all about love. That is your dreams come true. And notice right here, X marks the spot there, right? All right, next is King of Testicles. Well, that is King of Pentacles. And looks like they have a big thing about being, behind you there, right? They must like that view. I can tell you that that's not my favorite, but, each to his own, right? But the key thing here is to remember that they want to bring that into a stable relationship. that king has everything handled. They don't want for anything. They don't need anything. They just want you, right? Just like that. So keep that in mind. Now we're going to do a tarot pull here for, I think that's this one. Yeah. Just to get some clarity on the Ace of Flesh Swords. So the Ace of Swords, clarifying spirit. And we have the Emperor rather. So they want to be all that in a bag of chips. And, you know, one thing about the Emperor is normally he's not very vocal, but he is a, you know, a great husband and father. But notice in this one, he's all about, you know, enjoying what he's got, that abundance that has been told that you are going to get. He's enjoying every piece of it, but he's doing it with you. That's what he really wants. So let's clarify the Ten of Cups, please and thank you. All right. So we got the Hermit. So they're tired of this version where they're just handling things themselves. And what they really want is to have a new start, a new beginning, but it looks like he wants a three-way and she does not. So keep that in mind, that if that's a deal breaker, you may want to move on from this connection, because that's something that looks like it's pretty important to him. But again, the Fool is all about those brand new beginnings, taking a leap of faith. Let's go ahead and clarify the King of Pentacles. Well, that was quick. And then we have the King of Flesh Swords. So we had the Ace, and now we have the King. So he is all about, ooh, I want some pleasure. I want to feel like I'm king. I want to feel like I'm enough. And, you know, that's where they're at with that. They want to be pleased, and, you know, they are very clear about that. The Ace of Swords is very clear with his communication too, which is important to know. The next thing we're going to do is our charms. So just give me a second to do that. All right. So let's see if I can see what we have here. I like to start with the letters, so let me clear some of this over on this side. I don't know if you can see that. We've got an H. We've got a J. These could be about making words. It can be about, let me just do this. It could be about the letters of the person. It can be about initials. It can be words that come to mind when you see these letters. So we have H, J, K, T, G. We have U. Some people write in their text the letter U instead of the word you. Did we get all of the... Oh, okay. So we have an open shell right here. So they're ready. Even though they've been going like a snail, they're ready to move forward now. And this always reminds me of the Empress. So that is a match for your Emperor. And then we have the, what is this called? The Hamsa hand. And that's all about protection from the evil eye, as well as bringing fortune and health and happiness. And they view you as, I believe that's a unicorn. Yeah. So they view you as, you know, one of a kind there, right? They have been having to pinch pennies. They want you to know that. And they want to see you sometime around Christmas. And they realize that this is, you know, a marathon. It's not just something that happens overnight. They're in it for the long haul. They are ready to give you the key to the magic kingdom. And you have the key to their heart. And let's see, this one looks like it's a mermaid. So obviously, depending on male or female, you are very unique and beautiful, and they see that. This is a protected union. We had that card earlier. And when the leaves are on the trees, may be an important season coming up. And you have the key to the minis, like babies and stuff like that. And what's this one? Oh, let me see this one a little closer. Can't really see. Oh, I don't think it's any particular thing other than very luxurious. So that looks like a lot of abundance there to me. And you have, they have the key to basically, you know, when it says come full circle, that's what's coming to my mind right now. So they have the key to make it come full circle. They are very passionate about you. You light their fire. They keep an eye on you. And looks like, let's see what this one is. I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a clock key. So maybe it's about divine timing for them. That's their perspective. See this little fruit right there, those grapes? That's what this looks like right here. So they're reiterating that's what they want. Oh, and here we got an L clear hanging out over here. I thought we had them all. So L, H, J, K, T, G, U. If any of those resonate with you. The next thing we're going to do is, let's see, let's do your song. The song is What Am I by the group called Why Don't We. It says, hey Ma, where you been? Been looking for a woman like you for all my life. She said, holla, talk to me before I have to leave. And one day, we could be maybe more than two souls just passing by. Knew I was falling when I looked into your eyes. She said, I know you are, but what am I? On the other part it says, tell me, have you seen a sunset turn into a sunrise? Kiss right through the night? 'Cause we should try that sometime. Hold you till the morning. And if I said I'm falling, would you just reply, I know you are, but what am I? But one day, maybe I could put a ring on your finger before you change your mind. See, I told you, they want something long-term with you. That's very important. We'll go ahead and do our angel number to get some advice from your angels to help support you. So we have 461. Let me write that down and get my pen. So that is 461. So you'll simply just put angel number 461 meaning into a Google search and look for the message that resonates with you in what you've been guided so far. Okay? So that is your short reading. Thank you for allowing me to read for you, and be blessed. All right. Pile 2 people. You have the cassette tape, and you started out with the I want to show you that I've learned just what you like message. I'm going to hold that back for later. All right. So the first thing that came out is you are not a victim. So you may be having tapes playing back in your mind from stuff that's happened in your past, and it's time to let that go and choose a new direction. So simply just release those thoughts. Let them no longer be something that you agree with. You know, I know sometimes thoughts come into my mind and I'm nodding my head basically on the inside, right? It's time to quit doing that. Quit agreeing with those things that you don't want to be like anymore, or that you don't want to have power over you anymore. It's time to find an alternative. Alternative messages. Oh goodness, why did I say messages? Alternative medicine. So you need to be healed, and sometimes what, you know, is in our mind comes out in our body. So this could be literally where you need to go find another healer to help you, and they're asking you to find an alternative medicine. So usually that means something that is, you know, not like a traditional medical doctor, right? Something along those lines is what's going to help you heal. And it probably starts with your mind, you know, because that's where it's coming from. That's what causes it to come out in our body. I have a whole book that basically tells you what the metaphysical reason is for what's happening to you, right? So if you ever wonder about stuff like that, I'd be glad to look it up, or, you know, do a session with you via phone. And basically the whole point with this alternative medicine is that it's time to change. Now the yin energy is what's come out for you. And with the yin energy, it is a very feminine energy, and it is very non-action oriented. It is more in a receptive mode. So maybe you have been giving too much, and it's time to let that go and choose to, you know, to take some time to yourself and do some of the feminine things that make us feel good, right? The things like, you know, taking a milk bath, or, you know, going and getting a massage, things like that to make you feel better. If you choose to do that, you'll find that you will brighten up. You'll feel the sunshine in your life again. You'll be a victor again. You may also resonate with the letter P or S or the number 16. All right. You have a soulmate that wants to come into your life, but you've got some healing there to do. And I think you know that they're your soulmate. There's a special chemistry there. And Spirit is saying, stay optimistic about that love life. Keep positive thinking. That faith and that positive thinking will help bring that soulmate into your life in a more sunshine way, in a way that makes you feel better physically, makes you feel better mentally. Quit allowing the chatter in your mind to run your life. The communication from Spirit is what you need to be working on, right? So let go of that. Have a conversation with your soulmate that will give you a more positive thought process. And they want you to think about who is home to you. So not where is home, but who. And notice it's on the soulmate card. I didn't set that up. It just happened that way. So keep in mind, whoever that is that you're thinking about when I say soulmate, and that you know who it is, that's who's home to you. That's where your peace is. That's where your security is. That's where your love is. And it helps you feel like you belong, which helps your mind stay in a positive mode. And they're asking you to stay on that path. Notice that over here. The number's 27. That may resonate with you as well. It's time to trust your intuition. Spirit will lead you to the right path. It's time to make that choice. You know, are you going to go, or are you going to stay? What are you planning to do? It's time to choose. Keep in mind that's the number 30. So 0 is always magnify the number that's with it. which is that 3. So keep that in mind as well. So the 3 is a very spiritual connection to spirit. So that's where your help comes for making that choice. And then we have circuitous route, the spiral dancer. So I feel like maybe you've been under the perception that things have been going round and round and not getting anywhere. But Spirit wants you to know that this is a 5 right here. And that is big happy changes. And this particular sign right here is forward movement. Okay? So big happy changes and forward movement. And they're asking you to protect yourself even as you sleep and keep those dreams close to your heart until you're ready to release them. So part of that, when I think about how she's holding it, she's not just protecting it, she's envisioning. See how the light's coming up right here? That's from her thought processes. So start changing how you think. Take some time to meditate on the dreams that you have in your heart and keep good care of those, right? Because they are trying to come to pass. You're in a frequency of fertility right now, and it invites you to be more open and courageous and more creative, more joyful than you were before. So that's your choice again, right? You have the ability to do all of that. By choosing this, it activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from your consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves, right? So where you are right now is not where you're going to be if you choose to, protect your dreams and put them in fertile soil to help them grow. The cosmic flower. Oh, and that was a number 27. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is number 18. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the places we call home. And didn't we just talk about who is home to you? So it's trying to remind you that the universe has your back with regard to this connection. It is a beautiful place that gives you peace, that gives you comfort, and that place is a person. The next thing is rhodonite, number 47. And when you add those together, that is an 11, which is divine union. And it's also a portal that opens up. It says to nurture love. It clears past scars and balances your emotions and activates the heart. So you may want to get this particular crystal and wear it near your heart to help you. But what the universe is trying to say to you, or spirit, is just simply that, they're trying to help you get to the point where you nurture yourself and you allow yourself to be nurtured by that person who is home to you. And that will help heal the scars and balance your emotions and help you open up your heart. The next one is algerine. I'm probably not pronouncing it right, and you can fix that for me. It's the number 1. So this is all about you. It's saying to honestly focus, on resolving your doubts. So you have to be honest with yourself to do that. This particular one also protects you, and it helps heal you, which we just talked about. And it helps remove that sadness that you've been experiencing. I'm so sorry that you've been feeling that way. It also overcomes your doubts about yourself. So if you've been, feeling not as beautiful as you really are, just know that you are, and that you're being told that right now. Start living. That's what it says. Can you imagine how wonderful it would be to embrace those dreams in reality? That's what you're being asked to do. Start living again. Let go of the past. Let go of the burdens. The next one is the dissolving light. Number 3, very spiritual. So as you connect to spirit, all that light will dissolve that negativity, will dissolve your doubts, will help you heal. It will also protect you. So that's where you go into meditation and you connect to your God source energy inside of you, and that connects to the God source energy outside of you, and that brings like a vortex all around about you. That's what it's talking about. So take time to meditate. Goodness, my words. We have 36, Temple of Dreams, Sacred Dreams, Prophecies, and Dream Journeys. So you've got a lot about connecting to spirit. And so dream time is also important, not just your dreams that you've been thinking about, not just the ones that you have been prophesying or being prophetic about, but the ones that at nighttime open up your mind and clear out that yuck that you've been feeling that causes you to feel icky. I know that sounds really kid-like, right? Icky. But just know that, you know, that's where you can help release some of those toxins that are, you know, filling your body and causing you to feel achy and not feel up to yourself and having the energy that you'd like to have again. All of that is a place that you can, you know, by meditating and connecting in the spirit realm at nighttime, it will help you have inner peace again. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I think those are koi fish. So you may want to look up koi fish as a totem and see what that might mean in reference to your journey. And then we have gentleness. This is time to be gentle with yourself. It's time to surround yourself with gentle people and situations and environments. You may have had some very harsh experiences, some traumas, some things that really hurt you to the core and made you close your heart back up, right? It's time to be gentle with yourself so you can open back up to the light within you and outside of you and find that inner peace. It's time to grow beyond the guilt. It couldn't have happened any other way. I know you want to make it so, but it's not true. Everything was preordained. Everything that we set out to do, the experiences we were supposed to do when we get here. Uh-oh. What's happening here? I guess it started another recording. I'll have to combine them. Sorry about that. Anyway, back to, it couldn't have happened any other way. The ways that you wish it could have been wouldn't have worked. This is a preordained situation that you had to experience. We have to have the contrast of darkness and light, so to speak. Negative and positive. And just give me 1 second, I need to get a drink of water. Thank you for understanding. So, oh, the next card is duality. Oh, that's so funny. I don't look at these cards before I do the reading, so that's why it's very funny, because I was just talking about that. So the duality is what, you know, that contrast is what causes us to desire, what causes us to dream, what causes us to, you know, want the things to be different. It causes us to move forward. It causes us to choose healing, right? So it couldn't have happened any other way. That experience that you had, that trauma, that tragedy, that had to happen just like that, so that you would choose the next step, which is to go on and dream a bigger dream and to live that dream. In doing so, you'll find that you will transform into a, you know, a beautiful butterfly from this caterpillar that's on the, see how it's just like on that branch right there? And the number is 22, which is a master builder number. It cannot be reduced. So keep in mind that you are being built up right now. You're being built up to one day build that better life that you've been, you know, desiring so much. It's, I mean, if you look at that one card where she's holding her dreams to her heart, let yourself feel all your emotions, every one of them, the good, the bad, the ugly. The entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. And clear quartz amplifies everything. So keep that in mind. That's another crystal that's very important. It magnifies any other crystal that it's with. So allow all of those emotions to be experienced. because there's messages in those feelings. The next one is experiments. So you may have felt like you were an experiment. I think that's a number 33, another master number. So you may want to look up some of these numbers to see what messages or frequencies they may help you with. So like I said, you may feel like you've been an experiment, that all your goodness and, you know, it's just been haunted by these dark things that hover over you, and you feel like you've been a manipulation of nature, that you're forced to change, that you feel like you're in a cruel cycle, and that you've been pursuing knowledge, but you end up with, not getting anywhere. So just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You need to practice compassion with yourself and see yourself and see others from a fresh perspective that source energy wants to give you. And when I think of birds, I think of messages waiting for you. So that may be important. It says prosperity lies ahead. There's a new moon in Taurus, and we happen to be in a new moon in Taurus. It started on December 15th and it goes through January 6th of 2021. Now keep in mind, for those of you who are watching this at a later date, just Google search new moon in Taurus and find out when that is for you. The soulmate card has come out again in a different deck entirely. This soulmate connection is super important. That partnership is an agreement and a soul contract that was preordained. I know it doesn't feel like it. I know that sometimes you feel like, I don't know why I'm still with them or why I want them or whatever. Just know that contract is important for you to learn these lessons, and that they are home to you. It said that in the cards. Now keep in mind too that you or they may have a mask on and not show your true feelings, and kind of pretend and not really show who you really are because you're scared. That's usually where it comes from. But I want you to know that you've got messages coming up next from your person, and I want you to know how they feel. They say, I see your face, I smell your scent, and I hear your voice everywhere I go. I think you're a mystical enchantress and an amazing alchemist. They believe that you can transform their life and yours. I don't know why I keep pushing you away. I'm so sorry. So you may be wondering why you keep wanting them, why you keep feeling like they're the one that's home to you. Well, there's a reason. You guys have a soul contract. You're soulmates. And they don't even understand, why, that they keep pushing you away. It says, I know we have the kind of love that is true and faithful. Our love will go the distance. They really believe that. So you need to believe that too, if you can. They want to apologize. They wish that they had done things differently. Now they don't feel like they even know how to fix you guys, right? But their whole being craves you as you guys are apart from each other, rather. And they say, you know what? I don't even care that other people don't approve of us being together. They're done with worrying about what other people think. They are ready to, just give up and give in to love and give in to coming home to you. You're home to them the way they are home to you. I wish I could turn back time. I'd treat you like you deserve. I'd adore you. They believe that you are worth adoring, and they know they haven't treated you right. And they wish they could have, just turn back time and do it right this time. What they want to tell you, though, is, you know what? I promise you, it's not over. I'm coming back to start a balanced new beginning of vulnerability with you. Wow, that's amazing. Being vulnerable is really hard to do. We always have our little guards up because we don't want to be hurt again. They're ready. They're ready to be vulnerable with you. The mere thought of you floods their whole being with an electrical charge and causes their heart to skip a beat. Wow, you guys must have some serious chemistry. I love it. They say, you know what? I want your focused, undivided attention. They're tired of having to have other people in your life getting the attention they want. They say, I see that you are healing, and and you're like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. So they see that you're moving forward, whether they're with you or not. You're healing. You're coming up out of the ashes. You're being mighty. You're being beyond compare. No one else compares to you. They say, I find myself indulging in the fantasy of being with you all the time. Well, fantasy is really just another word for manifestation. So they are trying to manifest you back in their life too. You make me feel safe to connect with my heart and give you all my love. So they trust you. Their heart of hearts knows that you're the one. Their heart of heart knows that you're not going to hurt them on purpose ever, and that you guys have a love that can go the distance. The next card says, I want to come back to you. You are home to me. Didn't I just say that earlier? That's so cool. Anyway, yeah, you're home to each other. And they say, I love you. I do. When I think of I do, that reminds me of marriage vows. So they may want to marry you too. You help me find my balance. So you guys balance each other, I feel like. It's not just one-sided. And they say, I feel lost without you. And I feel like you feel lost without them too. Oh, this one's a cool card. They say, I'm ready to humble myself. So at some point there must be some ego involved that kept them from doing what they should have done, and kept them from treating you, correctly, like the queen that you are or the king that you are, depending on, which side we're reading for. Remember, these energies can be read in reverse. Keep in mind, humbling ourselves is so important. Everybody needs to do it. I don't care who we are. We all need to think of things from other people's perspective, and that is true humility. Being able to adapt to someone else just by simply caring what they think or how they feel, that's very important. They feel like there's some drastic changes going on, and it scares them because they fear the unknown, and I feel like you do too. So just know that Spirit's got your back, and as you guys do the manifesting, they're dreaming, holding your dreams to your heart, manifesting that way. You're manifesting in your meditation time. They're manifesting, in their fantasy life. So you guys are trying to manifest each other. Let's get the two of you together there. The best part of loving you is that I don't have to lose myself or personal freedom. No reins, no fences. I love that kind of love, where you can just be you. They're not going to try to keep you home every night if you don't feel like being at home. They're not trying to change you and make you into something you're not. That's a beautiful thing. You're there because you want to be. It's not because, you've lost your personal freedom and have to adapt to them so much that you lose yourself. I've been there. So I definitely love that card. They want you to know that together you guys illuminate each other and the people around you that are in your lives, the lives that you touch, and that you guys are proof that spiritual connection breeds ease and grace in every way. So as you guys connect to Spirit, you connect to each other, and you are like a lighthouse that illuminates the way for other people. 1111 is basically like the Four of Wands, which is marriage and family, and it is, a dream come true, and they're happy, and so keep in mind those 11s may be coming up. You may see 1111 on the clock. You may I noticed there's a lot of numbers in here for you guys, so that may be a big deal for you guys. The next one we have is sexual messages for you. This one you had earlier, I want to show you that I've learned just what you like. So they've been paying attention. You may not feel like they have, but they have. They've been trying to learn what you like so they can please you. They say, I want to make you engorged with my mouth on that button, and with my finger bringing forth your waterfall of pure pleasure. That sounds something like yum yum. Anyway, kisses. Kisses on your forehead. Kisses right in front of your ears. Kisses on your chin. Kisses on your lips. And then that beautiful tongue kiss. So they want to be not just, you know, it's like, I want to show you how much I'm into you, how much I want to please you, and how much I care about you and love you, right? So the kisses are always, for me, a deep, intimate, like start my fire kind of stuff. So that may be the case for you guys. And then they're saying, you know what? I love the way you touch my body. No one but you. No one can do it like you. You have a way of just knowing what they need, knowing what they want, knowing how to make them feel like out of this world. No one can do it like you. Oh my gosh, guess what I found? The Four of Wands. And I was just talking about that with the 1111. It's right over that same pile. So they want that with you, that stability, that, ooh, looks like you got a sex swing going on. Ooh, I love those. Those are fun. So guess what? You get to look forward to a stability, marriage material for both of you. I mean, you both perceive each other that way. You want a family life together. You want to live long-term together. And you want your independence too. Nine of Pentacles is very independent. They don't need anything. They just want it, right? So you may not need them. They may not need you, but you want them and they want you, right? And you see him there getting ready to cut her hair. So they might have a little fetish going on with your hair, really be into it, but also kind of, you know, when I think about, you know, my babies and cutting their hair, their little curl and putting it in a book. So they, you know, want to reminisce about you as well. You know, when you're not around, they want something to remember you by. And then we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is soulmate card. And again, it's right over the soulmate. You had soulmate come out 3 different times. That's how powerful this message is for you. So keep in mind that whether you guys are together or not, you're always going to miss each other. She's sitting there with a picture of them together, missing it so much, right? Reminiscing about it. So let's go ahead and get some clarifying cards. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more elaboration on the Four of Wands, please? Please and thank you. All right. Looks like we got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So they're done thinking about this. They're ready for it to manifest. Clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. And we've got the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is like, I want to fight for this. I think it's time. It looks like that they're ready to fight for it together. So instead of fighting separately and, you know, having a rough time of it, they're ready to fight for having, you know, everything that they want here as far as their independence, but you as well. Clarifying Seven of Wands, please. A little more clarity there. And then we have Ten of Pentacles, clarifying so they're ready to fight for the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything in its mama. So it's got like your love, it's got your stability, it's got all your dreams and wishes coming true. That looks like some fun right there, huh? And, you know, tens are endings and new beginnings all at the same time. So you can never lose out when you have a 10, from my perspective. And he looked like he worshiping her, right? Wouldn't it be nice to be adored like that? Isn't that beautiful? All right, Six of Chalices. Let's go ahead and clarify Six of Cups, which we have Five of Wands. So they feel conflicted because, you know, they're like, I feel like you're with other people. They're worried about that competition. See how he's looking at the other people with you. That's what he feels. And these cards came out together as well. So you've got the Two of Cups. So not only do they have a connection with you, you know, as soulmate, but as friends, and also as lovers. And they want the Ten of Cups with you. So you have both the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. You can't get any better than that. That's like all your wishes and dreams come true. That's abundant life in every area of your living. And they want to party. Three of Cups. So it's, you notice they ain't nobody else. Ain't no third party here. It's just you and them, and they want to party in all night. All right? They're ready for the end of this, you know, hangman version of feeling like, when is this going to happen? They're ready to make it happen. Okay? Let's go ahead and grab your song. We've got Big Plans. You may want to look that up. It's called, it's by Why Don't We, the band. It says, I got real big plans for you and me. So love me for who I am and for who I'm gonna be. Ain't got everything you want, but got everything you need. So take a chance on me. Baby, give me 1 year. Take my hand, take a leap, see where I take it. So they want you to trust the process. Trust where it's taking you guys. We've got some charms here for you. Next, let's get that. Alright, let's see if I can get some of these scooted over. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and set this up here. So we've got an H, and you can use these as letters that mean words, or you can use them to put words together, or you can be verification based on initials. That's all up to you guys. So we've got a, looks like 2 Ds, or somebody might be a double D. We've got X. X marks the spot. Remember we had that earlier too. Helps if I get these turned around. We've got a W, we've got an N, we've got a G. I think that's all of them. It looks like money's involved with the part of the problem of the distance and the separation. But one thing about this rubber band is no matter how much you stretch it, it always comes back. So they might have tried to let you go over and over again. Uh-oh, here's a J. Clear over here. Every time I see J, I think of justice. They might want to bring justice to the situation. But the point is that they've tried maybe to run, and maybe you have too. But every time they come back to you because you're the only one that does it for them. What's this one? Let's see. Oh, so music. So more than just the song right now, you may be hearing music that reminds each other of each other. It says laugh often. So you guys probably had lots of fun together. And, aw, I love you most. So you know that saying, I love you more? Well, I've always said that the person who is meant for me will know to say, I love you most, right? So that's what they know to say to you. You are the world to them. And, you know, blue is also the throat chakra. I've been having some struggles with my throat ever since I've got to this pile. So they may have a little trouble communicating the depth of their feelings. But you make everything easier for them. And they really admire how you know, are able to do that. They don't even understand it sometimes, why you just do it like that for them. Looks like you got the key to the magic kingdom. And looks like you guys are both in transformation mode. That's a snake there. And things are not completed. You need to put that put a frame on it, right? You guys have great potential to have a legacy together, and that's a very spiritual connection, because trees, they reach high to the heavens and they reach deep into the earth. So you're connecting heaven and earth when you guys are together. You got the key to each other's heart. You guys start each other's fire. And looks like something important's happening around Christmas time. And, aww, you got the key to the flower. And you know what the flower is? It says, I love quilting. So you might be a real crafty person, or it could simply means that you comfort them and they comfort you. Looks like there's a little cat here, so somebody is very spiritual. Or it could mean, you know, somebody has a cat or owns a cat. And then the last one is another one with a key to the heart. So you guys have got the key to each other's heart on both of those. All right, guys, I'm going to do the advice from your angel numbers. What you're going to do with this is just put angel number, let's see, angel number 216 into Google and follow that through to find out, you know, what that message is, what that advice is from Spirit to you. And I want to say thank you so much for staying with me for this reading. It's been a pleasure.